Good morning.
Welcome to Outdoor
Cooking with Lisa
and Rick. Okay, we're going to talk about cooking outdoors with your pack, with your dens, patrols, and just ways that you can do family camp cooking. We're going to start off by showing you around what we have set up here.
Come on into our kitchen. We have our 3-burner stove. You don't need anything this elaborate. We also have a 2-burner stove over here with our nice little kitchen set up. All of our utensils are in a roll. We have all of our spices, our towels that we need hung up to dry.
And then over here, we've got some of our Dutch ovens, and we have a sanitation area set up over here. We also have a food prep table where we'll be doing most of our work today. So we have 4 or 5 tables here, a 3-burner outdoor oven, outdoor stove I should say. You don't need all of this. We're going to give you recipes for breakfast, lunch, and dinner that you can literally cook over a fire without any pots or pans, well, with the exception of 1 pot to boil water in. And then we'll also show you how to use the Dutch ovens to make desserts and savory dishes. We'll also break out a cardboard box oven and show you how to cook inside a cardboard box. Lisa, are we ready to start?
We are ready to start. I hope everybody's hungry.
So one of the things when we're camping we want to talk about is how to wash our hands. A lot of times we have campsites that are a little ways from the water source, wherever the running water is. And you don't always want to run 20 yards back to the spigot to wash your hands. A real easy thing to do, we've got a 5-gallon cooler here that actually leaks a little bit. Doesn't mean we need to throw it away. We've got lots of other uses for it. Number one, it's a good cooler just to hold food in. Even though it drips a little bit, we can wrap a little piece of plastic around there and a rubber band so it doesn't leak in the back of the car. And we can still use it as a cooler. And then once we get to camp, we use this for a hand wash station. A couple drips is no big deal. Underneath here, oops, I left it over here. Underneath, we've just got a little pan, like our dish pans, so they all stack together nice and neat, that we put down to catch the water. Once it gets filled with dirty water, we'll take it and dump it out someplace. It's just water that we've washed our hands with. So we use this real simple, get our hands wet. We've got an old knee-high, a pair of knee-high stockings, nylons if you will, with a bar of soap in it. So we just get our hands wet, rub them together, and now we have an easy way to wash our hands while we're outside. This is a great way for the pack to be able to wash their hands. If you don't have a 5-gallon cooler that you're not using anymore, you can use a 5-gallon bucket for this. There's a couple different ways you can put a spigot on the bottom of a 5-gallon bucket. One of the ways is to take a 1/4-inch hole, drill in there, take a golf tee, it's called a pediddler they call them. You take a golf tee, stick it through the hole, the point first, stick it through, wrap some duct tape around it so it can't come out. When you need water, you pull it out a little bit, the water trickles out. When you're done, push the golf tee into the hole, and you've taken a 5-gallon bucket and turned it into a hand wash station. One of the things that's really important when we talk about cooking outdoors is sanitation. It's not quite as easy as running to the sink and turning the water on. So we need to think about how we're going to wash all of our utensils. How are the people eating going to wash all of their plates, cups, utensils? How is all of that going to happen? One of the things as scouts that we don't want to do when we take the pack out for a pack family camp, or take our Weeblos or Arrow of Light out for a camp out, we don't want to go buy all the paper and styrofoam cups and paper plates, all of that stuff. We want to use things that are reusable, that are kind to Mother Earth. We're not going to be fanatic about it, but it's important to start teaching our youth now how to take care of things. When we talk about washing, we use a 3-compartment method, just like you would in a commercial kitchen. We're going to have one for wash, one for rinse, one for sanitize. The wash bucket here, we actually have a pot on the stove over there that's heating up some water. We put some warm water in there. Going to put some soap in it. Just regular old dish soap. We put it in a small bottle so it's easier to carry. Then our rinse is obviously just water. For sanitizer, we're going to use a little bit of bleach in the sanitizer. Now, we take our dish soap and put it in a small container. You can get a smaller bottle of bleach, but we want to keep a bottle that says bleach on it. We don't want this in something that somebody could confuse with another liquid. We're going to put a little bit of bleach in there. Remember, if you put too much bleach in, it's going to cause problems. You don't want enough bleach in there that it feels slippery. You have too much. If you splash the bleach on the sanitizer water with the bleach in it on your clothes and they instantly turn white, you have way too much bleach in there. So we're going to wash, rinse, sanitize. We're also going to have this set up either like this with the small pans for a den size camp out, a patrol, or if we were doing like a Cub Scout family camp, we could use 5-gallon buckets. We're going to have more people cycle through. This is what we encourage the Scouts to put stuff in. Their plate, their cup, their silverware. Put it all in a mesh bag, and I'll show you why here in just a second. So we take our stuff that needs washed, we put it in the wash. Very simple. We've got a sponge, clean everything off real good. As soon as we get it all clean, wash everything. If you notice, the plate, cup, and silverware are just basic stuff from home. The silverware is actually 67 cents for a knife, and the spoon and the fork there at Walmart. Very easy. Then we take these and drop them in. Thank you, Lisa. Giving me more dishes to wash. We put them all in a mesh bag after we've washed them. Rinse them right in the mesh bag. Now, if you're using a 5-gallon bucket, you can actually just dunk them in and out. Make sure the cup isn't holding a bunch of water. Then sanitize them. Make sure they drain real well. And then just have the Scouts take this and hang it anywhere. It'll drip dry. Having them air dry is a much better choice than trying to use paper towels or use a cloth towel and reuse it a whole bunch of times, and you just end up smearing germs around. And that's how we make sure that our kitchen stays clean when we're cooking outside.